Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is September 12th. Looking at the overall economical calendar, main thing that's happening is the U.S. federal budget at 2 o'clock Eastern. Tomorrow we have CPI. That's what everybody's waiting for this week. Thursday we have jobless claims and PPI, retail sales. And then on Friday, we have some information coming out on Friday as well. These are going to be the top few stocks that I'm thinking about watching today. Looking at Nvidia has basically sold off. It's getting oversold. This is the 180-day 4-hour. We want to see Nvidia get out of. We have major resistance levels to the top side. Not only we have the EMA, we have the SMA, and then we have the 1-year EMA over here as well. So Nvidia needs to get above at least 440, 456 before we could start pushing up towards 466. Needs to hold above 466 before it could change its direction from bearishness to bullishness. So we need to break above 466 or 467 before we can start pushing up towards those 480 levels. If you're a bear on this stock, you could possibly still have some more possible downside. Although the RSI is a little bit more on the oversold side, definitely want to be cautious with that. But we do have a strong support sitting at this level at 445. What stopped this stock from going any lower? If you guys seen our last video on support resistance, it found support, right? So 443 is acting as support. So I'm just going to look on my left-hand side and find the next major support levels. And you guys can see 433 could be a next possible level. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the video is going to continue its downward trend? Overall, it is on the oversold side, and it would need to break this key level over here, 443, and hold below it before we can start going a lot lower. Other than that, to the upside, watch for that 453, and then we can start pushing up towards that 465 on Nvidia. Next stock we're going to talk about is Apple. Looking at Apple over here, Apple had a drastic downtrend from 189 all the way towards that 176. Want to keep an eye on Apple as it basically taking its drop. Looking at the overall 180-day over here, MACD has crossed over. The 1 year sitting at 181. I think we need to get above that before we can start pushing up towards 184. 184 is going to be a resistance level. That is the SMA. So definitely want to be cautious with that as well too. To the downside, we want to watch for a break below 179, and then we could start going to 177. If we break that 177, then we could start getting down towards these levels down here, that 175, 170 level. So keep an eye on Apple. Next stock we're going to talk about is going to be Tesla. Tesla had an amazing move yesterday. If you guys jump over towards the 15-minute, you guys can see that we basically opened. Yesterday was 11th, around 9:30. She held above that EMA. And then she actually sold off after hours, and she's still doing a good job of holding this level, to be honest. She's a little bit more on the overbought side. If you look at the 20-day chart over here, she's a little bit more on the overbought side. And if you look at the 180-day, if you look at the 180-day, she's a little bit more on the overbought side. So definitely want to be cautious over here, especially with long positions. If you want to be a bull on Tesla, you want to see a break and hold above 276. You want the candles to get above 276, and then we can start possibly pushing up higher, maybe even up towards 285. Overall, she is a little bit more on the overbought side, so you definitely want to be cautious with that. To the downside, she's been holding above the 20-day EMA. This is the 20-day 1 hour. So on the break of the 20-day 1 hour, which is around 271, she could slide down towards the 180-day EMA at 266. And that's going to be the next major support level. And then after that, we could possibly go to 262 over here. You can see we pushed up and went sideways. 262 acted as some type of support over here. So watch out for that. Make sure you guys set your alerts. The 20-day MACD has already crossed down. So that is one bearish indication, two bearish indication. Third bearish indication will be the break of the EMA. So keep Tesla on watch and be cautious with your long positions. Next stock we're going to talk about is SPY. SPY is a little down this morning, right? Looking at the 20-day 1 hour. You guys can see why, right? We were basically trading above the SMA before. Now we're below it. We bounced off of support at 442. came into the SMA. SMA is acting as resistance. We rejected it not once, not twice, but 3 times, and we are pulling back. So that is a bearish sign. MACD is crossed down on SPY right now. We are trading below the 20-day EMA, and we're floating right above the 180-day EMA at 447. So we need to break around 447 before we can start sinking down towards 446. 447, but 447.20 before we could start going to 446.70. 446.70 is going to be a major support level. That is the 1-year EMA line. So definitely want to be cautious with that. If we jump over towards the 1 year, you'll guys see it a little bit clearer. You guys can see the 1 year right here. So if we break that 1 year, then we get into this pocket down here, right? We go from 446 and we can start trending down towards 443. Right now, the 1 year is crossed up in a bullish position. We are above the 5 year as well too. Let's drop down towards the 180-day. So if we go to the 180-day to the downside, not only that, if we break that 447, we could go to 446.70. If we break this level, then the next major support level, which is, this is probably going to be the main area you want it to break today, 446.60. Then we can start going down towards 445. Right now, the 180-day is crossed up. So you definitely want to be cautious with your short positions, but watch to see if we hold below that 447. And if we hold below there, maybe we'll break the 1 year and maybe we'll get down towards that 445. So keep that on watch. That's pretty much going to be it. If you guys want to get long on SPY, you could get long from 447.70 to 448, but 448 is going to be the main level you want it to break and hold above before we could start possibly pushing up higher from 448. Then we can start going to 449 and maybe 450 to the upside. So we have a lot of support to the downside. We have some resistance to the upside. We just got to see who's going to win the war. Right now, it looked like the bears are starting to, the bears have basically started the war, basically with the SMA rejection, and we're coming down, but we got to see if we're going to basically find support down here. That's going to be it. Hopefully you guys found value in this video. Make sure you guys give this video a like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. We do have a video coming out this Saturday on how to read indicators. So that's going to be it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.